Hello everyone, welcome to 2236 AD. Now this was developed by Chloro and published by Sekai Project. Now this was released on May 11th, 2018, and I have played this before before my channel termination, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, let's go ahead and reread this great story. April 1st, 2236 AD. 99 emails reach my inbox. The person that sent 99 of the exact same email could only be her. Huh? What did you just say? Your recollection. Your memories. Need I say more? Think about what prompted your first memory. You had till the end of class. That's all Hime-Senpai says before she breezes away. Wait just a second. But Senpai's gate is already shut. It's an act that absolutely screams anachronism, but it's just like her to do it. And that's how my morning went. After class, I just sit down and curl up on myself on the clubroom, trying to figure out an answer for Hime-Senpai. It's not going well. Masuko. Yes? Hime-Senpai hasn't shown up yet, as usual. Yes, and so you're killing time with me, Yatsuba, as usual. What do you think she meant by first memory? I don't have an answer for that. You don't even know, Masuko. My personality and memories are preset, so you could frame the beginning as when you booted me up. No beating around the bush with this one. But my memory is as a different animal next to how the human brain develops and functions. Yeah, I kinda figured. There's no way that an AI and the human's first memory would have the same meaning. Her memory can be reset. All it takes is admin access and a few clicks. The weights of our memories are skewed. Now that I think about it, you don't seem suited for these types of questions.
That's right. I am intelligent, but my knowledge is practical by design. It's not suited for abstract philosophy.
Okay, then let me test your intelligence.
Be my guest.
How did the world and the universe begin?
Philosophically, physically, or historically? Which point should I start with my answer?
Start with the one you're best at.
The universe was created approximately 13.8 billion years ago.
How do you know?
By calculating the cosmic microwave background left over from the Big Bang through Hubble's law.
Wasn't that before a paradigm lost?
That's true. You are referring to the event from 200 years ago, correct? Where perceptions were drastically altered by paradigm lost. So some people say the universe is what we came to reside in 200 years ago. There are also those who speculate there was no beginning to the universe.
It has to have a beginning, right? I mean, there's spins.
I believe the answer is in Paradigm Lost. Shall I explain?
You mean the legend of Shion?
That is indeed what I'll be going over.
That won't be happening on my watch. Oh, Senpai. The air carriers were sent to me. An elegant, floral aroma.
You're early, Yatsuba-kun. I'm quite impressed.
Senpai, did you stop somewhere else on the way here?
My, Yatsuba-kun. And what does that have to do with you?
Her delicate eyebrows quirked as a small smile twists at the corners of her mouth. This is the expression that best captures Senpai's character.
Well, what's the matter?
Kinda rude. I mean, I don't really mind that, but...
I'm sorry. Here I am, barging in on you enjoying a nice conversation with yourself.
I was talking to Moscow.
Oh, what a gloomy Gus.
Gloomy Gus?
You know, gloomy, as in depressing.
I'm not gloomy, I'm happy. A happy Harry, in fact. Moscow smiles, watching the usual back and forth unfold.
You two make such good friends.
Moscow shouldn't be able to hear telepathy, but she can still read our expressions. Where did you stop on the way here today?
Just outside.
Just outside, you say?
Were you excited?
I didn't have any reason to be, so...
I went to have a chat with the bugs.
How did it go?
The swallowtail butterflies are in flight, and there were some dragonflies buzzing around.
Ah, you didn't link with them?
Even if I did, all they'd give me was a few woos and woes.
Not much of a conversation then, was it?
Body language, my friend.
Body language.
I try to convey my thoughts using every part of my body.
What?
Come now, Yatsuba-kun, get your mind out together.
and a body as tight as Senpai's, it would probably be easy to establish communication. That's what crosses in my mind, at least.
Alright, sorry to keep you waiting. Let's go in, Yatsuki-kun.
Huh? Right. After some self-resentment, her gate swings closed and she begins to use her voice. She's apparently not a fan of telepathy. Hasn't been for as long as I remember. When she locks the clubroom door and it's just the two of us, she doesn't open her gate even once. That's why, even though I grumble to myself, you say that you're sorry for making me wait every time, but you don't put in any effort to fix things. I haven't actually told her that once. It's getting to the point where, when I get home from school, I forget about it. And the next day we repeat the same process again. Forgetting faster than they can remember and repeating the same thing. For that, people sure can be dumb.
Yes, by the way, Yatsuki-kun, have you finished this morning's assignment?
I tried, but her gate's still closed. Senpai, do you really hate linking that much?
Our ancestors used to talk like this, with their mouths. Isn't it a little exciting?
Not at all. It's a pain in the neck trying to keep track of things like volume and intonation.
Oh my, but you're so well spoken, Yatsuki-kun. It's such a cute voice that I want to hear it more.
What are you talking about? Even with all that I have to get out my chest, she won't open her gate. Even if I can give voice to my words, I don't know that any of them accurately capture my feelings. This is the kind of suffering that belongs in history textbooks and philosophical arguments. I can't convey my feelings. Such intolerable experiences are things that humanity has long since left behind. I'd be fine with us forgetting experiences like these. But Hime-Senpai seems to be reveling in this situation. She really is an odd one. Oh, Senpai, can I borrow your Shinigami today?
Sure, catch.
That was close. Shouldn't throw smart tools around, you know? Smart tools. If you want to read that, you feel free to pause the video and take a look. I gotta read it very quickly in my mind. Alright, I think we're good.
It's fine. It won't break if I drop it.
There you go, Masako. It's Yoshinagi-san. Oh, right. Got to X that out. There. I guess. I don't. How do I exit out? Oh well. Rest in peace. I screwed up. What did I say?
Thank you very much.
Okay, I think we're on that. Those two eyes seemed engaged in fun conversations. Though, what does that even look like between AI?
Okay, assignment time. Hurry up and spell it, Yatsubasa-kun.
Her choice of words is rather fluent for someone of this day and age. I was hoping that you would link so I could tell you in detail, but I try to convey my message verbally as best as I can. I didn't think of a single thing. Senpai steps closer and takes the palm of her hand to my forehead. Smack! Then her fingers slide off limply. Senpai, get that out, please. It doesn't really hurt, but your face is way too serious and it's freaking me out.
I am into the trouble of giving you a nice assignment, so you're going to finish it.
My apologies. But nice, you say?
Come on, it's your first memory.
That's something from the moment you were born, right?
So disappointing. So much so. Yatsuba-kun, you definitely lack imagination.
You're asking about my first memory, but I don't understand you.
Alright, so I'm going to give your imagination a diagnostic check.
Sure. Here comes something else.
You are in Florida.
Okay.
You ask your host dad the following question.
Okay.
Are there any hurricanes coming this year?
Okay.
Once you do, your host dad answers the following.
Okay.
Hurricane? Katrina's been rampaging here since this morning. But you tilt your head in confusion.
Okay.
What do you mean? You ask.
Okay.
My wife finally gave up on her diet and has been rocking the fridge like a hurricane since this morning.
Okay.
Just like that, you see.
Can we just get to the point already?
Do you have it all in your head?
Not really.
You can remember something from yesterday or from 5 years ago, but you can't recall the starting point of your memories.
Oh, now you're back on topic.
Don't you have any memories from right after you were born?
No, I do not.
Then where do your memories start?
I have memories of skiing when I was a kid.
I see. That's to be expected since you were raised in the snowy hills of Myoko.
But I don't have any other memories aside from that.
That reminds me, I can't recall anything before a certain point myself.
Do your memories prior to go go somewhere?
Not sure. There are a lot of unimaginable things in this world of ours.
For example?
A world without onigiri.
Sure.
Me not being beautiful.
No, stop. I can't imagine that.
A castrated Yatsuba-kun.
I see. That is simply unimaginable.
I do love a boy who's a fast learner. Let me give you a big hug.
Yay! Now put the scissors down, please. She likes scissors.
Okay, back to talking about memories. Memories. For example, don't you have any memories that will spice up the conversation, Yatsuba-kun?
Would you please put the scissors down?
Oh, you don't?
Okay, if I have to, then I can tell you a story about a rocking chair, I guess.
Rock and roll?
Just a rocking chair. Okay, seriously, enough with the disgruntled look and keep your trigger finger off the scissors. Senpai suppresses a devilish chuckle and drops her scissors. It was 5, maybe 6 years ago. I found a rocking chair in the shed back when I was a kid. It was quite the precocious little tiger. I was surprised because, despite being a chair, it could rock back and forth. I thought, this is interesting. So I sat on a chair, playing with going back and forth until finally I lost my balance and banged my head on the floor. It hurt like hell. It hurt so much and made me so pissed that I turned the tables and flipped the chair onto the floor. I was very pleased with myself. I cried out in victory at breaking the rocking chair's leg. I'm the strongest. That's it. Or it would have been if my father hadn't seen what happened and slammed me down. My memories get a bit hazy around here. Okay, now you tell me something, Senpai.
You thought that story would be funny, so you told it, right?
Ugh. My funny story bombed. Senpai snickers at my expression.
Right, I have some really shocking memories.
What kind of memories do you have?
Memories of killing my sister.
What?
Just kidding. It was my cat.
Huh?
Curiosity got the better of me.
Wait, that's really off-putting.
I killed her with the scissors.
I hurried to shield my crotch with the pad on the desk.
When I was very young. Quite the precocious child, weren't you? My parents scolded me severely.
Quite normal for parents to do.
And then they cried for some reason.
Quite normal for parents to do.
I killed her after putting on my boots.
Her body twisted to suggest a dance. As she sings like she's playing to Charles Perrault. That's pretty funny.
What would you like?
Let's go for black tea again.
Right.
I see you off, Senpai, even as I catch a glimpse of the clock out of the corner of my left eye. The second hand trails just behind the minute hand. The bell for 2 hours past 3 p.m. chimes. That is a sign for the tea party to start. Hime-Senpai holds a tradition of 3 o'clock snack dear to her heart. We have the tea party at 5 p.m. because 3 p.m., when tea time should normally happen, is in the middle classes. So, instead, since 3 p.m. is technically 1500 hours, we use that connection to place it at 5 p.m. Or so she reasons. It's completely insane, but according to Senpai, he had to take huge leaps of logic to have any growth in academia.
Let's begin.
Cheers.
Back to Mary Sebastian.
In the end,
Do we have any memory of now?
if I could, I'd erase my latest memories, that's for sure. Her scissors scare me.
Wherever the start may be, it all leads to now.
You're saying that all memory ends in the same place.
I mean, now is now, isn't it? Right?
I'm not quite following any of this.
Time is something that flows from one side to the other, irreversibly, right? Since what we perceive to be time seems to flow forward towards the future, don't you think it's only natural for us, as humans, to reflect back on it? The moment I became myself exists nowhere, so that becomes the starting point, and following that, we're all led all the way to the current me. A perfectly natural way to think, right?
About as natural could be, I suppose.
Tricky subject indeed.
The moment you become yourself, the you of the past and the you from now form a continuity that leads to an inevitable discovery of that one point. However, given that, what was even there before the starting point? Senpai. I suddenly noticed the window is tinted orange gold. Come on, let's get home before the crows start cawing. Senpai crushes an empty can.
Are you staying?
No, I'll be heading back, but... Senpai doesn't seem to care about the norms around conversation or telepathy.
I am the norm.
Ah, jeez, if you're going to pick a now of all times to open a gate, could you at least make sense?
We'll be heading back.
Sunset. Brings back bad memories. With that, the experiment club draws to a close. If you ask what we are testing, you could say we're always testing something. You could say today was a psychological experiment. Nearly a year has passed since I entered this club, but I feel like I've come to this club room a lot each and every day. The reason as to why I drag myself to this pointless club is Hime-Senpai herself. Despite her eccentricities, she's smart and extremely knowledgeable. Just talking to her alone is actually lots of fun. The one other reason is... seeing Hime-Senpai refuse to use telepathy while in the club makes me remember.
You mean that girl in your memories?
It's been 3 years already. I've only told Hime-Senpai the gist of my memories. I told her that I've forgotten the specifics. Truth is, I remember it vividly. There's no way I could ever forget. But I don't feel like I can tell anyone else. Those memories feel like a power beyond my scope, crushing me. Spring, 3 years ago. A new semester. I've quickly gone through puberty and soaked in a sea of ether. It's not as if it's boring, but I feel like I've accomplished everything there is to do. Even the emotional yo-yo switching classes for the new year feels irrelevant. I feel totally detached from this fleeting world. Telepathy. Or strictly speaking of, HT, I suppose. Due to HT development taking such great strides, today's world has entirely different educational standards than yesterday's. Students back in the day were more childish, I guess. My points of comparison are kids from before Paradigm Lost, so it doesn't quite resonate. Paradigm Lost. Supposedly it happened about 200 years ago. The legend of this goddess, Seri Shion, symbol of humanity's wisdom. She left to us a series of publications called the Akashic Phone. Filled to the brim with those publications is the city known as the Archive. It said that they are the only publications left that detail the Earth before Paradigm Lost. The records of Earth, the memories of the human race, all stopped at once, 200 years ago. The only thing that serves as a bridge between us and any memories or records is the Akashic phone. In other words, things like mathematics and physics that we learn in school today are all things that were written in a book among a pile of publications. Yeah. It's a very romanticized idea. While romanticism is all well and good, our collective minds have matured. Is there any need to go through the effort of formal education, like the Akashic phone says we did? To build human relationships? That sounds silly, even now. With the development of HT coming this far in the world, I can only see entrenched communities as nothing more than shackles of holding people back. That's right, just like a flame ablaze. Those are the words of Heraclitus. Or Heraclitus, I forgot how it's pronounced. Even the bonds between people ebb and flow. What a cruel fate. This is the feeling of switching classes. While I've been sulking, there have been nice ties like nice to meet you and in the same class again I see, flying left and right in the classroom. To have them recognize me, I must recognize them. It's a form of ritual. It's a bore, but I participate. I answer each greeting habitually. That's when I stumble into an abnormality. There is a hole. A single solitary place where pleasantries aren't flying to and fro. It's around her. Round face and short hair. That female student takes her seat with her gate closed. With her gate closed? She's a strange one. I do get that introducing yourself can be a pain in the butt, but closing every gate is truly preposterous. Or rather, it's impossible. I've never seen a person like that before. Or more specifically, close. Pardon? Consciously locks one's selective element syndrome, known in acronym form as CLOSE. It literally means what it says. It's a syndrome where you deliberately lock out selective elements about yourself. It's a conscious closed gate disorder. So in short, an acquired gate handicap, in which once it's closed, it stays closed and won't open up. Selective elements meaning gates? That's right. It's an odd term for them, but even with cutting-edge neuroscience, we still have no idea what the things we label as gates really are. What kind of disease is it? It's a mental disorder. Psychological, you mean? That makes it sound so cool. At least say emotional. They lock themselves off into a shell because they hate communicating with people? That's probably one of the causes, yes. Telepathy is excellent as a tool of communication, but anything and everything flows into your mind. That includes things you'd rather not hear, and things you'd rather not know. Senpai? Medical science has done a good job in compiling that together. Why was her gate closed? As I was spacing out, someone told me. Apparently she's closed out her gate ever since she came to school that morning, sending a slight stir through the rumor mill already. Some were concerned, but since she kept her gate closed, no one could go up and talk to her. In which case you could easily verbally communicate with her, but there's no one who is willing to take the initiative and do something that out of the way while being in the same classroom. It's unsettling. gloomy.
The terrible thing about clothes is that not many people know about it, relative to the number of people who are afflicted with it.
So it's not well known then. I mean, I didn't know about it either, so yeah.
Especially because kids like us were born into a telepathic society. We lack a way to feel pain by, say, learning something that we didn't want to know in the first place.
That's why I can't sympathize.
Probably. First, I don't think anyone's diseased. Lots of people are thought of as eccentrics or weirdos, including people who are always reflecting on history like me, or people who obsess over music.
You just call yourself a weirdo.
To be honest, what I just said about the origin of the clothes doesn't seem to have persuaded you any. This telepathy, as we call it, is said to link our minds with those of others, but it's not as though we can see all of what's in a person's mind.
It's because you can only read formatted information or something like that.
For example, you won't be able to read sentences in a foreigner's mind. Not unless you know their language. Even with one of your own countrymen, as long as their thoughts aren't in the form of words, you'll only be able to see cursory things like excitement or boredom.
But how does that relate?
I fucking hate you. So long as you keep your gate open and don't say that, you can hurt anyone's feelings, or so I think.
Ah, I see.
While it's called telepathy, on a fundamental level, it's really no different from vocal communication. You're hearing something you don't want to hear, not getting hurt, so you develop close. It's a bit hard to swallow, isn't it?
True, and the consciously part is somewhat strange too.
I've been thinking that maybe the cause lies in something else.
That said, Senpai, you know an awful lot about all this, don't you?
My younger sister. She has clothes.
The next day, and even the day after that, she kept her gate closed. The rumor mill cranked into overdrive, not caring about her feelings. After all, none of it would ever reach her. Her gate remained closed.